Okay, we are live, and as you can tell from the funny thumbnail, we're going to talk about little Xi, uh, in China. I don't like that man. Of course, he's just like the non-elected leader of a communist regime. I don't like communism either, you know. So there you have it. You have been warned. So it is funny to watch the whole spectacle unfolding. And if you didn't know, Nancy Pelosi. No, I don't know why I said that with that rubbish Italian accent. Um, the Speaker of the House, the totally non-corrupt, wonderful uh, champion of human rights from the USA. um, she will be landing in Taiwan now, in as we speak almost, and it is highly amusing to watch these people rattling their diplomatic sabers. And let me just say that I think someone like Nancy Pelosi, she's a career politician. She's been in office far too long. Her husband has some financial ties to stuff that has been going on lately, shaping American and international politics. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tired today. So let's not go there, because we could talk a long time about that, but let's rather talk about the whole incident with Taiwan and China. Now, if you didn't know, Taiwan is, I think, when it comes to microchips, if Taiwan stopped producing microchips, you would have a total breakdown of the supply chain, and we would have huge problems with getting anything produced that has a microchip in it. Historically, Taiwan, being an island outside of China, being an island nation, not part of China. I will say that straight away. Taiwan is not part of China. And it will be interesting to see if Google runs errands for China, for the Chinese Communist Party. I want to say no, they don't, but let's just see if this live stream gets demonetized or not. But if you state that Taiwan is part of China, you don't know history, and you're a fool. I'm not talking to you guys, but Taiwan is not part of China. It just isn't, neither historically nor politically. So I find it ironic and a little bit very disgusting that politicians can't find their balls. Because I just say it, listen, we um, we will hereby state that Taiwan is a separate country, not part of China. If you can't say that, you're a servant to the Chinese Communist Party. It will be interesting to see if we get any bots here, any trolls here. I sometimes do when I talk about either China or Russia. We do get them here, so we'll see. We'll see. When it comes to China, now I think it's as always important to separate between people in China and the regime in China and the system in China, because, and I shouldn't have to say this, but I have nothing against Chinese people. Why would I? I mean, that would be insane. But the way things are, we need to make that very clear. But the whole system in China is interesting and scary, because a lot of the stuff that's going on there is what the people in the World Economic Forum are pushing for. Much more control of people, of the individual, less freedom, and a redefinition of human rights. So that's why I think we must never accept having people like Little Chi, or whatever his name is, dictate what we can say and not say. He's a little silly man, and he should be ridiculed on a daily basis, politically and in every other possible way. And so should all his little servants, his the politicians, and anyone supporting that inhumane, despotic, sadistic, evil rule and system that they have implemented in China. I have zero respect for those people, and I think they deserve to be thrown in jail, and they should probably spend their whole life there. Um, it's like this, we need to be very clear about this. We need to be able to point at China, and whenever there are politicians pushing for changes that, well, are obviously inspired by the Chinese system, the social credit score system here. We need to point at China and say that, well, if this is what you want and we think it is, then you will not have our support. Now, I don't know anyone from China, like immigrants from China, but there are quite a few of them here in Norway where I live, and they all pretty much say the same. It's they're not going back. They're not going back. It's cruel. It is a cruel country. People there, they are held hostage, and there has been a brainwashing of the population going on now for quite some time. I don't know for how long, but we're talking generations, you know. And here's a funny one. I get a lot of people, or companies, should I say, a lot of companies emailing me on the main channel, and they want me to do talk about their wonderful product or app or mobile game or something like that in a video. I never do. Um, that's not how I run my business. Uh, and many of those companies are Chinese. So what I do is if I respond, well, if I'm busy like I have been for the last couple of months, very busy, um, I I I don't reply. But if I have some time, I will reply. Let's say it's like some physical product. I will then reply that let's talk more about this, but first you must confirm that none of the components in this product have been manufactured in one of the Uyghur labor camps, the slave camps, where they keep the Uyghurs, the Muslim minority, if you didn't know, in China, imprisoned. And the response has always been there are no Uyghur camps in China, which is actually not dishonest, I believe, of these people, because they do not have access to Western media, so they don't know. Many of these people, they don't know. I believe that what they're being told is that, well, Western media, they are evil, and they have all this propaganda against China and all these lies. So, you know, I try not to judge these people too much, but and also they know that or they suspect that even when they email me, which is a very which is secure, but even then they know that they can uh, they could be monitored by the government, and they would lose social credit score if they admitted that yes, there are Uyghur camps in China. So truth is non-existent in China if it doesn't serve the Communist Party and the regime, and there's a redefinition of everything, um, so that it will all fit within this agenda, and it's all too familiar, isn't it? So we need to fight. We need to fight against this. Uh, Pelosi landing in Taiwan, maybe that plane has landed now. I don't know. It's interesting. I will be following that. I don't expect her to say anything much. It would be cool if she said that, for instance, just a suggestion to Mrs. Pelosi here for free. She could say, Mrs. Pelosi, here's what you should say. My name is Mrs. Pelosi, and Taiwan is a separate country. I think that's what you should say. You don't really need to say anything else. That would probably do it. So there you have it, but we we all know that won't happen. That won't happen. Yes. So I'm a little bit. I'll try to keep this short today. I'll take a look at the chat now. Yes, the thumbnail. He looks a little bit like Winnie the Pooh, and yes, of course, Pelosi is. I mean, uh, isn't there a saying about changing diapers? They need to be changed quite often before they become disgusting and smelly. Same with politicians. Um, so um, I, it's I don't know. Pelosi is you call them the swamp, right? I wouldn't trust her with anything. I know right now in Norwegian mainstream media, she's being presented as this champion of human rights, and well, yeah. Well, I could say a few words about that, but let's keep that out of it right now. She's just a representative of the American government, or the house, whatever, and that's what it's about, So the state of the the US, USA is sending someone there from their administration, which is then um, a sign that Taiwan is understood as a separate country. And China, they don't like that. And now they are threatening with war. They're not saying war, but there will be consequences. They are being playing very tough. These tiny, tiny little men. They are so small. If you were in a hurry, you would probably just step right over them and you wouldn't notice. They are so tiny. And that's why I think that's why they are so angry. They're like this. Oh, they do like this. And so that's that's how it is. And did you know that to become a member of the Chinese Communist Party, you must be less than 4 feet tall. So that's a rule they have. No, that's a joke. YouTube, that was a joke. But I think um, secretly a lot of people are laughing at them because we know it's a threat and nothing more. Um, but we should take it. Yeah, some people like myself, we're not laughing at them so much. Um, yeah, I do laugh at them, but we also understand that um, they do have the power, at least the manpower, to, and I'm using the term man in its broadest, widest sense here. They do have that, to make a mess. They did invade Tibet, so it's not like they don't have any military power at all. Um, I I also think that whatever China does, if they do anything except talking and using a lot of diplomatic harsh language, whatever they do, the USA and NATO as well already have a plan for whatever they do. So I guess they have like many options. So if China does this, okay, we respond like this. It's already planned. Everything is made ready. That's what I think. Um, but I do not think anything will happen. Um, and we'll see what Pelosi says. Every single little word that she manages to say will be um, closely listened by the you know China and other countries as well, of course. So um, it's a little bit funny. It is a little bit dangerous, maybe as well, but I'm not too worried. Uh, so okay. If I think this is a well planned strategy by the US military intelligence complex, well, it's not. I don't know. We can guess, but um, it's hard to tell. It's not like she got this idea that, oh, I want to go there, because she was on travel in Asia. She's on a traveling in Asia, and then she got this idea. Oh, let's go shopping in Taiwan. Um, no, um, it's been planned for. So Mark, I'm seeing your comment there. How many people in the House of Representatives and the Senate do actually wear that thing that needs to be changed on babies? Well, I'm getting images in my head. Bjorg says you can say a lot about China, but they are not stupid. No, I don't think they're stupid. No, but they do have, diplomatically speaking, and this I know, they do have a disadvantage, a big one. They are suffering from this Asian thing, and I don't know if it's all, if this goes for all Eastern Asian countries, but the concept of losing face is important there. They cannot admit that they were wrong, and they cannot um, back down, if you will. It's hard to explain, but I think the term losing face is, it's directly translated from Norwegian, but I think it's the same in American. Uh, so let's see here. Refined Hayseed Appalachian. Well, thanks a lot for that super chat. Thanks a lot. That's awesome. Thanks. I think there was another super chat here. Oh yes, K Roach. No, I can't do audiobook recordings in English of my novels because that would make it difficult to get a book deal, because they normally want, the publishing houses normally want the rights for all formats. um, and here's another idea, why is she going there, and why like this? uh, I saw a stupid explanation in Norwegian media. It's because she's very soon to get retired, and this will be, she needs to kind of finish by doing this awesome thing as a champion for human rights. Yeah. No. No, that's not it. I won't pretend to know what's going on completely here. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think any of us understand completely what's going on. But as usual, I think it has to do with money. It has to do with power, or establishing power, or breaking down power. Maybe even connecting some alliances. I would be interested in seeing Pelosi's connections financially, or her husband's connection financially, to companies who have interests in Taiwan. That would be interesting. Not saying that there is anything there, but could be, could be. Um, so yeah, yes, I do think money matters here. Um, why do I think that? Well, because these people are not motivated by ethics. I truly believe that they are not motivated by ethics. It is a game of power. And if they were motivated by ethics, their decisions would have been different. And if you look at someone like Pelosi, even if you manage to understand where she's coming from morally, even if you try very hard, I would say it's difficult or impossible to say that she has not been motivated by money previously. And you might disagree. I'm not an expert on this, but If we were to talk about the stuff that we're not supposed to talk about here, um, you know, it's quite obvious, isn't it? Yeah, war is money. Absolutely. Absolutely. And your administration in the USA, um, there are people there high up who used to, well, highest, not highest, not old criminal who can't find his shoes, but uh, high up in the system there who have been working in the military industry, weapons industry. So of course, war is money. Um, so okay, just looking at the chat here. Yeah, the most dangerous day this century. I don't think so. And you know why I think? Here's the main reason. Here's why I think nothing's going to happen. Um, and again, don't take my word for it. I'm not a military strategist. I don't know, but I'm just guessing. So here's what I think. She can go there now because of the war in the Ukraine. So how does that work? Well, China at this point doesn't know which side to support. They will take advantage of the situation when it becomes more clear who's winning and who's losing. At the moment, if China understands that if they support the wrong side, they will end up in a worse situation than the one they are in now. And China is in trouble. I won't get into that now, but because of this, because China is standing there looking at what's happening and waiting, they will not try to invade Taiwan or send a nuclear bomb or something like that. That's what I think. um, there's someone here who lived in Taiwan for 3 years. That's awesome. Well, was it? How was that? um, yeah, I don't think that China necessarily are preparing for the final anything. Um, uh, they want to be the biggest superpower in the world and in world history. That's what these people want, um, if you ask me. So to do that, they have to wait and see, and that's why this old woman can go there. Yeah, did I thought I mentioned that already. The biggest chips maker in the world. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. Um, so um, we try. Yeah. Okay. Trump for Angelo 76 says Trump for prison 2024. Okay. Well, you can't put people in prison for nothing. So I know they have tried. They have tried. So but just because you don't like someone, you can't just put them in prison. That's what I think. But call me crazy. That's my opinion on that. Um, so um, yeah, I think while being prepared is good, uh, I don't think we should be worried about World War III. Well, depends on how you define that, I guess. But I think we should stay calm and vigilant and stoic. And yeah, that's what I think. Going to end this live stream now, half an hour. And yeah, well, I will check the news now to see if Mrs. Pelosi has landed. Imagine this: the doors open of the private jet plane. She comes out with a drink, and she just, like, with a little umbrella in it, dead drunk, and she shouts, to the journalists and everyone. Oh, one of the dogs here, and she shouts, Taiwan is a separate country, and FUG, and the Chinese Communist Party, and cheers. That would have been fun. That I would like to see, you know. So, yeah, I will laugh at my own jokes if I feel like it. So, okay. Oh, maybe a whole bottle. Well, you have the drink here, and you can have the bottle here, and hooray! Okay. Have a wonderful day. And if World War III haven't started until next time, then there will be a next time, and we will hope to see you all then. Okay. Bye.